Hi everyone, Doug Black at Inside HPC. We're at the ISC 2024 conference in Hamburg, and with me now is a distinguished and longtime HPC industry analyst, Steve Conway. He is senior analyst at Intersect360 Research, and we're just talking about some of the interesting trends, developments. Now, we know Intersect360 has begun a new end user organization. And you were telling me a little while ago what the role is in helping organizations and people understand the convergence of so many advanced technologies.
Yeah, I mean, it's a voluntary organization. It's independent of Intersect, but we're aligned with it. We sort of created it. And the reason is because, as I think everybody knows, this is an unusual time in the history of HPC. There have been really dull times in HPC, like early 90s when everything was incremental. Now there's so many changes, convergences, so many questions on people's minds, both the users and buyers and also the vendors, that we wanted to get ourselves closer to what is interesting and troubling to the user community. And that's why we've created this. And I think we thought that it would take months to get people to understand this and make their decisions. No, it was immediate. It was only, we really only a little more than a month ago started inviting people, and we got high-level people for the Americas, for the separate EMEA organization, and for the separate Asia Pacific organization. So now we're up to about 40 people at the high levels of this independent organization, and I guess we're on a roll.
So Steve, when I look at all of the challenges around HPC-AI and looking at the landscape broadly, it just seems like there's a plethora of really serious challenges standing in the way of really advancing forward. I mean, I don't know how you view things.
Well, I think right now we're in an early era of AI when it is, the capabilities are limited, but it's already doing things that are very useful because the machines, even at this stage, can guess, infer a lot faster than humans can. So interesting things are happening. I would say that's happening thanks primarily to generative AI, LLMs, and so forth, against a big cloud of hyperbole. So it's hard to kind of pick out the wheat from the chaff in some cases. But it is moving forward at an exciting pace, and people are wondering, what is the relationship between HPC and AI? Where are they separate? Where are they going to be together? And will our methodologies that we're using for early AI, how far will they carry us, or do we have to dump them and exchange them for others? Because there are some real impediments already to the current approach.
I know at SC, when you and I were chatting, you said the biggest issue at that conference was cooling. Are you hearing a lot about that here too?
It is a huge issue, the sustainability and cooling issue. I think, the community will take care of that in collaboration with vendors, as happened. Because when people were looking at exascale like 10 years ago, when we were at petascale, the projections were, if you used petascale technology to build an exascale system, nobody could afford it. It'd be 120 billion euros a year or whatever for, it was just out of sight. And the community kind of solved that problem, but lots more work's going to have to get done on the way to zettascale in the cooling area to make it practical and affordable.
So, and why don't we finish up on your impressions and thoughts about HPC in Europe and the progress that's been made over the past decade or so?
It's probably the most surprising and satisfying thing that I've seen in the community in the past 10 years, because Europe was not really in the picture as 10, 12 years ago as a leader globally. The users were, the individual users, great work being done by the researchers, but now Europe is clearly one of the global leaders in HPC and is also differentiated from the other global leaders because of the challenges of dealing with multiple nationalities, languages, and so forth. So it's really been impressive progress.
Yeah, impressive indeed. Okay, well, thank you for your time, Steve. We've talked with Steve Conway, Intersect360 Research, and thanks again.
Thank you.